our next fight. This bout is scheduled for 3 two-minute rounds in the TCB 155-pound division. Starting out, fighting out of the red corner, standing 5'11" and weighing in at 155 pounds, fighting out of Grindstone Muay Thai, it's Nick Trail. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, standing 5'11" and weighing in at 155 pounds, fighting out of 9 Realms MMA, it's Xavier Dorsey. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 3 two-minute rounds, and your referee is Angel Ortiz.
Hello, friends, and welcome back to TCB 40 as we're getting into Nick Trail versus Xavier Dorsey. Both of these fighters have already made a mark here in TCB, and I'm very excited to see both of them facing off against one another. Xavier Dorsey, in particular, was quite impressive in his last showing. Although it didn't lead to a victory, he has a very clinch-heavy style that we're seeing represented here early on. A lot of aggression out of both of these fighters starting us off as we immediately get into a scenario where Nick Trail is trying to guide Xavier Dorsey into an awkward position, but once again, Xavier going to be able to wrench him back around, catching the foot. Big shot up against the ropes. Nick might be in trouble here. He's struggling to realign himself, and now he is going to manage to get Xavier Dorsey back up against the ropes, looking for a leveraged punch to the head right above the guard of Xavier. We'll be able to get one, but now it's just a trading of knees. Angel Ortiz going to allow for this exchange to continue here as the grapples push on. We have upgraded from Muay Thai Class C to Muay Thai Class B, notably, and that means that we're going to be seeing a lot more in the way of those elbows coming out alongside these knees in these extended clinch scenarios. Xavier getting wrenched here. Good neck control by Nick Trail is going to finally allow for it to be broken up. Front kick going to be blocked. Now Xavier Dorsey's trying to wrench his way right back in, trying to find an angle off that knee. Jams Nick up against the ropes and is once again going to guide Grindstone Muay Thai's representative. But I do like the fact that, once again, this is even exchanges to and fro. Xavier Dorsey may need to adapt his strategy if Nick Trail continues to just demonstrate his ability to get out of these scramble situations and find scoring opportunities in his own right. As once again, it's going to be back to the ropes for Xavier Dorsey. Wrench leverage here from Nick Trail. Finally, Angel Ortiz is going to break this back up, and immediately Nick Trail opens with a few shots snaking in between the guard of Xavier Dorsey, who once again just wants to revert back to his clinch style. Jamming against Nick Trail. Got to get a good distancing kick now, looking for a new approach. Big swing, not quite going to connect here, but it does give the opportunity for Xavier to once again get his arms around the back of the head of Nick Trail. He's trying to now drive his opponent forward into the ropes in his own right. Like I said, that responsiveness, it's really great to see out of the red corner, giving Xavier's game plan. They may have studied the footage. You guys can also go check out all of our video archives back on Wild Style. So, as we enter into the second round, the question becomes, can Nick Trail finally get to the striking game plan? It's pretty clear that he wants, or is Xavier just going to continue to rush him? For me, 9 Realms MMA has been doing a great job building strategic, intelligent fighters. That's something that we've been seeing time and time again. And so even though it sometimes is a bit of a one-trick pony here and there coming out of 9 Realms, the fact that they are able to get scoring opportunities consistently and play to the strengths of each individual fighter is something that cannot be understated. And in this case, Xavier Dorsey really playing towards that clinch game plan has definitely found several opportunities to make a statement. But, like I said before, Grindstone Muay Thai has a stone cold killer on their hands in Nick Trail, who looks pretty unperturbed by these rapid approaches from the blue corner. So now, as Angel Ortiz is about to call a start to the second round, I do want to see Xavier Dorsey begin to adapt in his own right. High guard immediately going into a striking exchange that I believe Nick Trail wins, but Xavier Dorsey is going to right himself, tries to force himself into the corner with Nick Trail. Had leverage, but a big swinging takedown off of the hip of Nick Trail is going to right the situation once again, allowing for Grindstone Muay Thai's fighter to bring it right back into striking distance. Now he's actually going to be the one initiating the clinch, trying to get a knee Xavier Dorsey, though, with the pushing opportunity, is going to shove Nick Trall almost totally out of the arena there, right up against the ropes. Huge leverage off the shoulders, but now back turn. Xavier might be in trouble. A full headlock brought in by Nick Trall, and Angel Ortiz will have none of that, bringing him right back to neutral ground. Xavier Dorsey just wants to get up close and personal again, as the knees are going to come out from the red corner in kind. Trading of blows will continue at a rapid pace throughout the course of the second round. And I'm a little bit worried that Xavier Dorsey may start losing some of that energy that he brought in that first round. His guard is dropping, and these clinches are becoming less and less extended. Nick Trall tries to find something center of mass for Xavier Dorsey. Will not be able to turn that into much of anything, and we do see that Nick Trall's guard is also dropping a little bit. We saw an extended period of time where Xavier Dorsey was just kind of resting his fist right on the cheek of Nick Trall, but Nick is going to find himself yet again in a clinch scenario. Xavier Dorsey continuing to put all that pushing power to use here. And Nick now, I gotta say, is beginning to also demonstrate that his energy may be flagging as well. That being said, tries to roll with it, grabs the back of Xavier's head, a jump punch coming through. Xavier Dorsey has a striking game of his own that he's trying to employ, as yet again he rushes down Nick Trall, puts him up into the red corner, his home. Xavier Dorsey with full control as the last few seconds of this round tick down. Angel Ortiz going to break this up and send everybody back to their neutral corners. That round number 2, I think, is certainly it's showing that both of these fighters are able to match what the other one is bringing to the table. And so with round 3 being the decision maker here, I don't think that there's a clear winner going into one of these. Xavier Dorsey certainly has been dictating the pace of things by going for those clinches time and time again, but Nick Trall's striking game has definitely landed some of the more devastating and memorable blows throughout the course of these last 2 rounds. And so as we head into the decider, maybe it will just be a matter of who feels the most energetic entering into this one. See the ice coming out for Xavier Dorsey, 9 Realms MMA, just trying to cool down that body temperature, restore a little bit of energy, as the same is going to be done to Nick Trall as well. Angel Ortiz can usher everybody back out of the ring. This will be the deciding one, ladies and gentlemen, and we are about to get into round number 3 here for this 6th fight of TCB 40. Xavier Dorsey, good entering into that clinch, getting a quick shot to the temple of Nick Trall, which destabilizes the guard. Nick in trouble once again. Xavier Dorsey, hair flying wildly, getting some big blows. Nick Trall definitely seems to be the one who's coming out of that break with a little bit less energy, needs to try to reassert himself here, but Xavier Dorsey has locked in yet another clinch, finding solid uppercuts under this grab as well. Impressive stuff, being able to hold the head of Nick Trall with just that one hand. Now Nick, trying to bring things back, is going to push Xavier Dorsey into the ropes. And we continue to see these hide shots trade on both sides. Finally, a kick being weaved in by Xavier Dorsey. Haven't seen too many of those throughout the course of this bout. A lot more in the way of knees up until this point. Finally, Nick Trall going to be able to break off, looking for a new approach, going straight for the head one more time as Xavier Dorsey, who's able to zone out his opponent. Both of these fighters at 18 years old and 5'11", even reach on either side means that this is a real slugfest, ladies and gentlemen. Nick Trall is going to initiate his clinch of his own. Open stance here, trying to find stuff with that left knee. But once again, Xavier Dorsey pushes him back up now into the blue corner this time. Nick Trall trying to retreat alongside the ropes. Might be in trouble here as inside of a neutral corner. Once again, Xavier Dorsey is just going to bogart his opponent, controlling space. Now he's walking Nick Trall back to the center of the ring. The red corner trying to find scoring opportunities still in these symmetrical situations, but these knees are becoming less and less forceful. 24 seconds left to make a statement in this round. Xavier Dorsey still swinging wildly, dropping that guard. Kick almost gets pinned there under the armpit of Xavier Dorsey, but he's unable to get full control of Nick Trall. Now Xavier Dorsey is once again going to try to make his mark, driving back the man in red. Another knee, big one too. And that will be the end of the round, beginning and ending in the same way with those clinches from Xavier Dorsey. Let's see if that's going to be enough to decide things in favor of blue team, or if Nick Trall's striking was enough to bring him the victory. This may be the most even bout that we've seen so far. This contrasting strategies, but similar abilities on either side was something that I really enjoyed watching from these two fighters, and that's why I hope to continue to see them return to the TCB arena here at the Salisbury Center, as everything that they brought to the table definitely has realms to develop, but at the same time, what they have right now is a really solid game plan that could cause many other foes to wither in front of them. So, as victories will continue to rack up for the two of them here, we're going to see who's actually going to walk away with the win tonight to begin that journey in earnest. As a reminder, Xavier Dorsey fighting out of 9 Realms MMA from that blue corner currently stands at 1-2, while Nick Trall is at 2-1 out of Grindstone Muay Thai.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges have scored the bout 30-27 in favor of your winner by unanimous decision. Out of the blue corner, it's Xavier Dorsey.
Congratulations to Xavier Dorsey. Evening out his win and loss record here has got to be a huge accomplishment. We hope to see more of him and Nick Trall back at TCB in the future, but for now, ladies and gentlemen,